Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So today we held the weigh-in for the highly anticipated undefeated showdown between two-time WBC super middleweight world champion, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer, the Mexican monster, El Monstro, David Benavidez, and undefeated Cuban star title contender, David Morrell Jr. So this is a fight long in the waiting, long in the making. They both had one fight at 175 pounds. Alexander Gvozdyk for David Benavidez and Hot Rod Williams for David Morrell. And David Morrell didn't look great against Hot Rod Williams, right? But with that said, styles make fights. And they both look like they filled in at 175 pounds, as you can see here. But if you look at this boxing website that I have an issue with, they need to proofread before they publish these articles disrespecting fighters. Here you see they're calling David Benavidez skinny fat. They're calling him a blown up, bubbled down cruiserweight that's getting ready to compete at 175 pounds. And they stated that David Benavidez started camp well over 200 pounds and had to have a fat camp. Now, this all may be true. One thing we got to look at is that David Benavidez always looks like this on the scale. He always looks like that. And David Morrell always looks like that on the scale. This is nothing new. It's nothing different. So why now do we get the opportunity to disrespect David Benavidez? It's because he's starting to make a name for himself in the sport of boxing. People have a lot of questions. How does David Benavidez do what he do? And his physique resembles that of, as they call him, bubble belly or whatever it's called, in reminiscence of three-time heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. And people wonder how Tyson Fury performs because they're used to carrying that weight. And they get oxygen from it. The water weight gives them energy and oxygen. And so they're saying that if David Morrell targets his body as he's planning to and as he should, then essentially this could be an easy night. They stated that how Alexander Gvozdyk hurt David Benavidez to the body. David Benavidez was not healthy in the Alexander Gvozdyk fight. David Benavidez, we know, is a very big guy. David Benavidez always looks like this on the scale. The issue I have, this is misleading and irresponsible to fans that may read this and don't understand. Every body type is different, and muscles don't win fights. Muscles do not win fights. They just simply do not. It looks good on the scale. It looks appealing in the public. It looks convincing to the casuals. But as we know, David Benavidez is undefeated. 29 wins, no loss, no draw. 24 wins by way of knockout. With the quote-unquote bubble belly, dad body, skinny fat, whatever they want to call him. And he's beaten world champions, world-class fighters, Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andrade, Anthony Durrell, Alexander Gvozdyk. Right? Yes, he got dropped by Ronald Graville, but he beat Ronald Graville still. He got up to face adversity and he beat him. This is a grudge match. Now, one thing I will say, and I will point out, is that David Benavidez looks smaller than David Morrell. He clearly looks like the smaller guy. Right? And obviously, it's easy to point at his weight. Everybody points at David Benavidez's weight. Because, again, he has the quote-unquote dad bod. But it doesn't matter. He winning. He's winning. We know his history. We know his story. We know he ballooned up in weight as a child. We already know this. But muscles don't win fights. It simply don't. If that's the case, George Foreman wouldn't have won. Tyson Fury wouldn't have won. Plenty of fighters, they wouldn't have won. Look at Marco Antonio Barrera. Look at Eric Morales' body. Right? Plenty of muscular fighters. Look at Andre Ward's body compared to Edison Miranda. Who won that fight? So body types don't win fights. Fighters win fights. Skills pay the bills. And I personally think that David Benavidez going through adversity, being dropped by Ronald Ville, being outboxed by Caleb Plant, Anthony Durrell, coming back and having to find a way to win those fights, facing the likes of Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, going through adversity, getting stripped of his belt on the scale. I believe that's going to show in this fight. Big time. But I just think that it's disrespectful of Boxing News 24 to publish an article without proofreading and have a fighter disrespected and misled, because you're misleading the people. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out tomorrow night, though, man. Can't wait. But y'all drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Do you think that David Benavidez's body's soft and his body type is going to be a problem and the reason he loses this fight to David Morrell? Or do you think that he'll have more energy and his pressure will burst pipes and he'll beat David Morrell? Drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.